Hi, welcome back to Engine Shop Joe. Today we are going to walk through making a work order, and I just want to talk about some things while we do that. You're going to be watching my screen as I'm using Insite to make a work order, and I'll be talking about why a work order is so important. Okay, well, let's get going. We are at the Insite desktop. I'm connected to a truck, and I'm going to pick my data connection tool, which happens to be the Nexic link 2 in this video. And on the right there, you see that we've got a successful connection. That tells us that Windows loaded the driver and we're ready to go. So we're going to click connect. And once we are connected, we're going to go to the work order screen and we are going to make a new work order. And the reason that we make a work order when we work on a truck is that there's a few reasons. Most important is if it's a warranty repair, you're going to need this image to this work order to send to Cummins. Now the work order is a folder, an electronic folder, and in that folder is an image, and they want the image. And in the next few weeks, you'll see more about how you get the image out of the work order folder, whatever. Today's just how to make it. So we're connected to the truck. It's an old 871, and we're going to get to the work order screen and make a work order. Now, the second reason that you want to make a work order is if any of the parts on the engine have warranty and it's got an electronic fault code, you're going to need to submit or have an image for your records if you don't need to submit it in case you're audited. The Cummins does do warranty audits of dealers and when they have the rights to do warranty work. So this is the property box. That's what it's called, the property box. You can make notes down there where it's a technician's note. I'm just going to click OK, and we're going to make a new work order. So I also like to keep work orders because I can make notes about repairs we did on vehicles or engines, and we have a history. So that's it. It's that simple to make a work order with Insite. Okay? So in the next few weeks, you'll be learning how the best way to keep your work orders, or actually images, how to export them to save them. I think that's very important. I actually had thousands of work order images and a file system to save them. And if you're a shop owner and you work on customers' equipment, I think that's a very good thing to have. And there's many times when I used work order images to help figure out something by going back and looking at what was happening fault-wise in an engine. And I say engine because it was either a crane or a truck or some other machine. It could have been a telehandler. But every time there'd be a check engine light come on, somebody'd hook up. And in the company I worked for, I had talked to every mechanic and I told them, if you hook up to a Cummins, you make a work order and an image because I'm going to ask you to send it to me. And they got to the place where when they hooked up, they automatically sent an email to me with that image. And I had a folder for every unit number and I threw that image in there. They're dated when they make it by Insite. So I had a nice chronological order and I could import that into Insite. And once you import that image, which is the image is the meat that's inside of the can. The can is the work order, but the meat is what you want. And so I could look at that image in Insite. I could open it up and it was just like I was looking at the machine myself. You can't do any tests. It's all read only, but you can see a lot of important information. Okay, so thanks for joining me. We'll see you next time as we continue looking at ECM images and work orders.